Hello and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm Rebecca Felgate and today I'm talking about the top 10 sentences that changed the world forever. Before I get into that, I want to let you guys know that we have an Instagram now on Most Amazing Top 10. You can find us at Most Amazing Official and you can see loads of pictures of me, Danny and Landon behind the scenes, as well as some cool fan art that people have drawn for us. Okay, back to the video. Here are 10 sentences that changed everything. Coming in at number 10, we have "Workers of the world, unite." This is a sentence taken from the Manifesto of the Communist Party by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels. This sentence more literally translates as "working men of all countries, unite," but the former has been used as a popular rally cry for communists. The manifesto was written in 1848 and was hugely influential, especially this sentence, across the political movement for over 100 years. This sentence encouraged communist uprisings, and without it, the history of China, the Soviet Union, later Russia, Cuba, Laos, Vietnam, and North Korea would be very different. Tensions with the USA and the Cold War would have been different, or maybe even non-existent. Coming in at number 9, we have "Every once in a while, a revolutionary product comes along that changes everything." This is the second sentence from Steve Jobs' speech announcing the iPhone. The sentence summed up what was about to happen, and the speech will go down in history as a major technological landmark. Of course, the main thing that changed the world was the iPhone itself, but the speech was the way the product was announced to the world, and it was pretty exciting. Coming in at number 8, we have "Eureka! I've got it." This is allegedly what scientist Archimedes said when he discovered a vital theory of displacement. He then ran naked down the street screaming "Eureka!", which is pretty exciting. Why was he naked? Well, he was taking a bath, and when he got in, he realized that the water levels rose. That sounds simple to us, but in the 16th century, he was the first to understand that the volume of water displaced must be equal to the volume of the part of the body submerged. This means that he realized that a regular object's volume could be measured, something that had not yet been realized. Archimedes went on to realize his principle, and his findings were instrumental in furthering our understanding of physics. Coming in at number 7, we have "This country is at war with Germany." The unthinkable was uttered on the 3rd of September 1939 at 11:15 a.m. Neville Chamberlain had to break the news to the British public and the rest of the world that once again, two great nations were at war. This sentence, and the important sentence that preceded, was delivered live on radio by the British Prime Minister. It reads, "This morning, the British ambassador in Berlin handed the German government a final note saying that unless we heard from them by 11 o'clock that they were prepared at once to withdraw their troops from Poland, a state of war would exist between us." I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently, this country is at war with Germany. This announcement officially triggered World War II, a war in which over 75 million people lost their lives. Keeping it on theme, we have a powerful sentence from Winston Churchill used to rouse the British nation and keep their spirits high as the Battle of France looked really bad and the Battle of Britain was set to begin. Coming into number 6, we have "We shall fight on the beaches." Churchill's speeches are very famous and are attributed for keeping spirits high amongst the Allies in World War II. Without Churchill and his rousing speech-making skills, who knows what the mood in Britain would have been like at the time. Perhaps we would not have found the strength to assist in winning the war. The full sentence from the speech reads, "We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing
grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender."
It actually makes me feel pretty patriotic. This speech was delivered at the House of Commons on the 4th of June 1940. Coming into number 5, we have Charles Darwin's observation on survival. In one sentence, English biologist Charles Darwin realized what nobody else had. He observed that it is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is most adaptable to change. This sentence became the backbone in the concept of evolution. So why say a full sentence when a simple word will do? Coming into number 4, we have no. In December 1955, Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat in the coloured section of the bus for a white passenger who wanted to sit down. In a simple no, she became the symbol of an ever-flourishing civil rights movement and an icon for the resistance. Again, keeping it on theme at number 3, we have I Have a Dream. Martin Luther King's speech of August 1963 is one of the most famous in history. One of the sentences that changed the world was, "I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character." While we might not be there yet, the dream is becoming less of a dream and more of a reality as we continue to develop as a global society. Coming into number 2 of the sentences that changed the world, we have, "If slavery is not wrong, then nothing is wrong." Never truer words spoken, Abraham Lincoln hit the nail on the head in a letter to Albert G. Hodges in April 1864. Lincoln was instrumental to the abolition of slavery just a year after this letter was written. This sentence is as important, if not more important, than the 13th Amendment to the Constitution, as it sums up the entire reason why it was written in the first place. Finally, at number 1, a truly life-altering sentence from Thomas Jefferson and Benjamin Franklin, we have, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal." And with this sentence, the United States was born a free country. Possibly the most important phrase in the Declaration of Independence, the full sentence reads, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." Beautifully put, and a pretty succinct way to explain why the states no longer wanted British rule. The British kind of accepted this, as should all people that acknowledge that we're equal. The Declaration of Independence changed the world as we know it, but for some reason, some of the other words the founding forefathers said are ignored. I hope that as times move forward, we remember the equality part. So that was the top 10 sentences that changed the world, but of course, sentences are just accompaniments to our actions, which are both extremely important. Which is your favourite sentence from this list? Let me know why in the comment section down below. For now, thank you guys for watching. I'm Rebecca Felgate. If you like this video, make sure you give it a good thumbs up, share it with a friend, and stay subscribed to Most Amazing Top 10. Thank you guys for watching to the end. Why not check out the top 10 events that nearly ended the world and the top 10 moments that changed the world? I'll see you next time.